Welcome to Theme Parks and Passports, the travel podcast for every family ready to explore the world, one destination at a time. I'm Melissa Sanchez. I've been helping others realize their travel dreams through my company, Spellbound Vacations, since 2010.
And I'm Heidi Mackey. Since 2017, I've been creating vacation memories for families through my business, House of Mackey Travel.
The focus of our podcast, Theme Parks and Passports, is family travel, but all kinds of family travel. It can be anything from that newly married couple who want to go on that baby moon. It can be the multi-gen family vacation where grandma is coming and the cousins and the aunts and the uncles and the whole big family are traveling together. And it can be that empty nest travel where the kids are away at college or they've just moved out of the house and the spouses are saying, okay, what now? And actually, empty nest travel doesn't even have to be a couple. It could be you going away with your girlfriends.
What makes theme parks and passports unique from other travel podcasts is that it comes from a perspective of a family. And it's not focused on just one destination or one type of travel. It really is taking more of what the organic family is about and trying to help translate that into what your vacation is going to be. It's really going to be about new experiences, different experiences, and how as a family you grow. And even if you want to go to the same places, it's going to be different because everybody's a little bit older and the dynamics a little bit different.
With the different stages of your life is a very different experience. Each time we go to a theme park is not the same experience as when my kids were babies and now they're 20. So I think that's part of what makes us unique is that discussing and having lived through those transition periods and traveled through those transition periods of our family and what that looks like. So I've been a certified travel advisor since 2010. I started in a brick and mortar Liberty Travel and then moved on to becoming an independent contractor. I founded Spellbound Vacations in 2012. 4 years ago, I decided to change host agencies and moved kind of a homecoming over to Independent by Liberty Travel, which is currently En Voyage. And this gave me the opportunity to go back to my branding of Spellbound Vacations. I am a certified travel advisor through the Travel Institute. I am a certified travel coach through the Travel Coach Network. I am also an ambassador with my host agency En Voyage. And I have been a top 4 finalist in the 2001 Best of Bergen Travel Agency for the last 3 years.
I've been working with En Voyage, which was formerly Independent by Liberty Travel, since 2017. I actually did not come in with a travel background, which is what made me super excited to be part of the company. Travel and new adventures is really in my background and in my DNA. As a kid, we moved a lot, so there was always a new city to explore. It was always seen as a new adventure. So every weekend was spent checking out local attractions, finding a new favorite restaurant. Even if it was a work weekend for one of my parents, it was always a vacation as long as there was a pool at the hotel. I've taken that into my own family. My first trip to Walt Disney World was when I was 6 months old. My daughter's first trip out of the country was when she was 12 months old, and her first trip to Disney was at 18 months. My husband had only ever been out of the state a couple times, and so I really enjoy exploring new places with them because whether I've been there or not, I get to see it again for the first time through both of their eyes. And I'm always excited to sneak a little fandom into my trips.
Topics for our podcast will range from talking about baby moons to multi-gen to empty nest. It's going to be where can you travel? How can you travel? Off the beaten path. Maybe it's just a local destination. Maybe it's a massive theme park, and talking about the details on how to put that vacation together, and things like best ways to travel on an airplane with your kids, or best destinations to go away once the kids are out of the house. All kinds of topics that you can think about that are related to quote unquote family travel.
The topics I'm most excited to talk about during our podcast, theme parks and passports, is really going to be anything that pulls the information we have from our head and shares it with you. So that's going to be tips and tricks. That's going to be some of our favorite places, our memories, and ways that we can help you if you don't necessarily want to go to the same places, but realize what made those important to us so we can figure out what makes a location or a vacation important for you. My personal travel style is very much a relaxed style, making sure that I have the tools so that when we get there, if we need to be flexible, then we can. My daughter is still young, and flights of fancy change what she decides she wants to do. So creating a strict itinerary just doesn't work with our family. So my style is really putting us in a place that has a ton of really cool places that if we need to, we can shift directions while we're there.
So my travel style is, I'm the exact opposite of Heidi, but
That's why we're doing the podcast.
my travel style tends to be a fairly strict itinerary. I like to know where I'm going to be on each day. I like to know what we're doing. I tend to plan things out in advance, and I am incredibly detail oriented. Does that mean I don't leave any room for flexibility or change? I do, but on a personal level, I'm not the most flexible when it comes to our travel. And part of that is my type A personality. I like everything in a line. I like to know what I'm doing, and I don't like surprises. But I think dealing with clients and their feeling of overwhelm and their feeling of stress when it comes to planning a family vacation is part of the reason that we are here. It's the reason they came to us, because they wanted us to alleviate that, right? Um, in my experience, one of the best ways to do that is to let the clients know that I'm here for them. This is what I'm here for. I'm here to worry about all the little details. It could be booking their dining reservations for a theme park, or it could be that I'm handling their step by step guide for their VIP tour and letting their tour guide know these are our must do's. It takes the weight off their shoulders and the thought process off of their shoulders, where they're putting it all in my hands and I'm saying, "Okay, here's your itinerary. Here's what you're going to do. Enjoy your vacation." You're allowing them to truly be the guest instead of being the planner. We're there to alleviate all of that, and you truly get to be the guest and enjoy your vacation. That's what I try to do with my clients.
I'm hoping that listeners will end up feeling inspired and prepared. So they're inspired to take on something that they may have had fear to do before, or maybe they didn't even know where they wanted to go in the first place. But the types of vacations we're going to be talking about, they realize is within reach and completely manageable. And I want them to feel prepared, especially if there is some type of deviation, or if everything doesn't go as planned, at least they feel as though they've got the tools to be able to work through it and keep moving forward and still have the best vacation that they can, make memories, and have a great time.
I want listeners to feel excited. Like, I want to create excitement around travel. I want to take the listeners' potential apprehension that they might have about travel, or their, nervousness of not knowing where to begin. And I want to turn that into excitement. And I want to also have listeners feel informed. Like, I want them to listen to a podcast and come away with feeling, wow, I actually learned something here, or I can do this. Subscribe now to Theme Parks and Passports. New episodes drop every other week.
I apologize, like I'm Canadian. Just get used to it.